Senior leadership and management training to influence your output, growth, change, and culture.
Hi, it's Nick Hill. Good to have you with me here again. So let's continue our discussion on emotional intelligence. So what have we covered so far? We've looked at what an emotion is, and I refer to them as catalysts for behavioral change. Do you remember? We've also looked at one of the first common responses to emotions, and that is to indulge in the emotion. Again, these are, by the way, not common responses that I recommend. This is what a lot of us tend to do when we struggle. These are, in fact, some of the reasons why we struggle emotionally because of doing some of these things. So like I said in the previous webinar, stop indulging in the emotion, get the message instead. So what's number two? Number two would be to rationalise. So this is where you experience an emotion, an unwanted emotion, and you start rationalising because you understand that behind every effect there is a cause. Okay, so you don't have to be a physicist to understand that. You don't have to be a Freudian psychoanalyst to understand that. You just know, how did this happen? Okay, there's somebody spilled some milk. Who did it? All right, so behind every effect, there's going to be a cause. And especially as adults, we tend to rationalize, whereas kids can go through a series of unwanted emotions, and the lip comes out and they start pouting or they're crying. And then a moment later, they're happy and skipping and running around the place because they don't rationalize about the emotion as we do. They just experience it and they go through their emotions. They go through the emotions. But if we experience an unhelpful emotion, such as fear, all right, then we have to we believe that we have to think, why do I feel this fear? It is because of this. It's because of this. It's because of this. It's because of this. It's because of this. So this fear is therefore justified, isn't it? And then you might go into a moment of indulgence where you allow the fear to take over your body. We talked about that in the previous webinar, didn't we? So rather than indulge, you may just rationalize and reason, okay, and come to a rational understanding of why you feel this particular way. And that, again, may not always necessarily be helpful for you to do, simply because, even though we said in first webinar on emotional intelligence that the amygdala is in the brain is there to serve you, it's there to support you, and your subconscious is there to, behind the amygdala, there to support you. So the subconscious triggers the amygdala sends the message to your conscious mind, and you experience systemically the emotional response. And then you rationalize and reason, this is interesting, why do I feel this way? Now, of course, I'm making fun of it. Whatever that experience is, you may not go, this is an unhelpful emotion, I don't necessarily really like this, but it's more of a, what's behind this? Why do I feel this way? Why do I feel this bad right now? You might use other words. But again, as we said earlier, you need to put a label on that emotion because by putting a label on it, you can then more aptly respond to it. Nevertheless, just rationalizing over the emotion isn't always helpful because you are human, all right? And even though a lot of the time there's going to be a rational reason behind the emotion that you are experiencing, such as you spill a boiling hot cup of tea on your leg and immediately you feel pain, which then creates the emotion of anger. May not be anger, it may be some other emotion, but there's cause and effect. It's rational that you might be feeling angry right now, or upset, or disappointed in yourself, or some other emotion.
Manage the detrimental effect of conflict by becoming slow to anger and quick to forgive. Nicholas C. Hill.
If you are enjoying these webinars, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe, please click that notification bell, and please share it with people that you believe will benefit. See you in the next webinar.
Attend this training in person or online. Book an in-house tailored course, one-to-one program, or enroll on our open masterclasses today. Inquire now on 0345 678 9900 or email info@hilltraining.com.
Read Nicholas C. Hill's Professional Leader magazine now, the new quarterly digital publication for leaders and managers like you who want to influence output, growth, change, and culture. International Master Coach Trainer of Leadership and Management Strategy with over 25 years of experience, Nicholas C. Hill gives you over 90 pages of relevant, profoundly challenging and solution-driven content, enveloped in beautiful artwork that you can read on any digital device. Our cover stories deliver essential lessons in leadership from the late masters of business, government, and non-profit. Our Thought Leader column shares the timeless wisdom of thinkers who changed the landscape of organizational philosophy and psychology. Get the leadership and management resources you need today. Purchase Professional Leader magazine now on professionalleader.com.